Incorporated. I got a guest in the studio right now. What's your name, young man?
Joseph Panikvar.
Tell them if they want to come in, they can come in. Brother, do some work. Your name is what?
Joseph Panikvar.
Joseph Clark.
Panikvar. Yeah,
Panikvar.
Yeah.
All right. And so I'm glad to have you in the studio. Listen, I see you got on a short sleeve shirt. That's probably my other guest calling in. Don't you know it's getting cold out there?
Yes, it is.
All right. Well, you get kind of cold in that short sleeve T-shirt?
Well, I brought a coat as well.
All right. Okay. Well, I'm trying to tell you something right now. Listen. You can go over to the 3 for 45 Mailbox Incorporated. That's right there at 1000 Superior Avenue, 1000 East 105th. That's between Superior and St. Clair. Tell Brother Chris I sent you over there, and tell him you want some of those long sleeve tees. You can get white or colors, and right under that coat you got, you put those long sleeves instead of the short sleeve tee. You get you some of those long sleeve tees, and I guarantee you it'll be much warmer. It's finna get cold out there, okay?
I appreciate that.
All right, and you're welcome. And by the way, I see you wear great jeans too. Listen, the 3 for 45 Mailbox Jeans Incorporated is the home of the 3 for 45 jeans. You can go over there and get your 3 pair of jeans for $45. Listen, brother, you don't have to, them expensive jeans you got on, you don't have to pay $60 for them. You don't have to pay $75 for them. You can go right to the 3 for 45 Mailbox Jeans Incorporated and get those jeans for 3 for 45. Now, sir, the reason you're in the studio is because I have witnessed you on several occasions. I have witnessed you on several occasions have the audacity to have your guns out in the city of Cleveland to test the gun laws of the city of Cleveland. And the first time I saw you, I was in shock because I couldn't believe my eyes. There you were walking down the streets of Cleveland with your guns open like wide earth. So let's start there. The first time you displayed your guns was what time was this? What date? What the date was that?
Well, I've been doing this for a few years. I'm not sure which time you're talking about. You're probably talking about the open carry march.
Open carry march, yes.
That's probably around 2009 that you're talking about, most likely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And what did you do then? Put that mic right up to you, sir. There you go. What happened when you? Where'd you march from?
We marched from the Cleveland Browns Stadium to the Justice Center, and then basically down East 9th Street around Public Square, and then back to the parking lot near the Browns Stadium.
So you were just like see, you're too young for this, but I remember the days I used to like westerns. I used to listen to Gunsmoke and Wide Earp. Dun, 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 dun. So you all was walking from the Brown Stadium to where?
We walked to the Justice Center.
To the Justice Center, just like the old days. Your guns on your hip, strolling down the street, just like Wide Earp and Jesse James.
That's the way it's supposed to be, yeah.
And that's what you always doing. Yeah, I saw you, man. And like, so you want to bring the Wild Wild West back, right? In that status.
I wouldn't say Wild West. I'm not sure if that was the way it used to be, but I want to bring back the days of freedom, basically.
And you consider those days the days of freedom when we had Jesse James and Wide Earp and all those guys, right?
Well, you can't have freedom in society without an armed populace. You know, if you don't have an armed populace in our society, we're basically subjects to the state.
All right. Okay. So in that So that was the beginning of the open gun carry laws in Cleveland, and so you wanted to test that, right?
Well, it's always been, open carry's always been legal in Ohio. I mean, there's never been a law against it, ever.
Well, there might have not been a law against it, but at some point in time they would arrest you until 2004, is that right?
That 2000 law was a law regulating concealed carry.
Yes.
But there's no laws regulating open carry at all.
All right. So So, all right. So you didn't get arrested. Everything went smooth when you went strolling through town, like Jesse James and Billy the Kids. That went fine. I just saw that. So everything went fine. No problems, right?
No problems.
All right. Because the reason there was no problem because you knew the law and you let the authorities know that you knew the law and they knew not to mess with you, right?
The first time I did that, unfortunately, but the second time, I didn't. It wasn't my intention to do that, but they found out anyway. I don't like letting the authorities know ahead of time.
Okay, so the second time when they found out, when was that?
Well, I mean, the second major thing, I've done this a bunch of times, but the second major time was last Monday.
Okay, we're going to get to that. Now, so I really want to get to that because after the Newtown shootings and the kids and Connecticut and the theater shooting, the Batman shooting and all that, and the heavy pressure being put on assault weapons, you felt compelled to again, this time with did you have an AKR-47? What'd you have?
A Bushmaster Patrolman's carbine, AR-15.
All right, and that's the same weapon that was used in assaults. Is that the same weapon that was used in the assault on the children in Connecticut?
I believe so, yeah.
All right, so you felt compelled to show that you could carry this weapon openly in defiance of whatever?
I wanted to send a message to politicians and law enforcement that if you try to disarm us, we will resist you. We'll use whatever force necessary. I'm not going to comply with any gun control laws that may be passed. If it means I become a felon, then, I guess I'll become a felon because, I believe that this is a freedom issue. This is not a gun issue. This is an issue of self-preservation. And, I believe the means of protecting oneself is a fundamental human right. And history has taught us that when the government limits access to arms, it's a precursor to future impositions of violent behavior upon them. Do you want society to be ruled by the people, or should it be ruled top-down by the political class?